Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and in this video, I'm going to compare the Szanto 5101 to my Citizen Ecozilla. I kind of forgot I had this Citizen, and since I have this in for a couple days as a tour watch, I figured I would just compare these two for the fun of it. I would say one of these is an actual dive watch. The watch on my right is rated for 500 meter, and the watch on my left is rated for 300 meter water resistance. So let's go over the similarities. They both have orange minute hands. The second hand is tipped with the orange paint on the Szanto here, but the Citizen has white hour and second hand. They both have mineral crystals. They're both quartz, although the watch in my left hand is a Eco Drive, so it means it's solar powered. Actually, I had to wait a day to put together this video because I had this in a box for so long that the second hand was not moving, so I had to charge it up before this video. Both have metal bezels. The Szanto is much easier to turn. Sorry about my thumb there. I managed to cut it while cutting peppers the other day. So this one's much easier to turn, so maybe easier to knock out of position. This one here is not as easy because this on the outside is not actually the bezel. I'm not sure why it's knurled like this, maybe for looks, but this does not turn. So you see there it says professional divers 300 meter. And this, I mean, I can turn with one finger, but you're really not going to bump this. I had to set my finger inside this depression here. So, yeah, let me line this back to the top. And this is 60 click. The Citizen is 60 click, and the Szanto is 120 click. But I'm sure actual professionals actually use this Citizen for diving. It's actually a pretty cool watch. I would recommend you picking one of these up if you, well, even if your wrist can't support it, I would still get one. It's kind of a fun watch. Definitely a conversation starter. It has an actual silicone diver strap, and it has another one that you can attach to this to extend it with the diver extension. But let's go over the sizes. So the Szanto is 56 lug to lug. This one does not really have lugs. And I have not taken this ring off, but I imagine you can unscrew this ring and then you can get to the silicone strap. I haven't messed with that. Not planning on doing it either. It's a very cool and unique watch. So this is 48 millimeter diameter, and it's actually diameter for the most part. And here I am holding it upside down. I was afraid of doing that because the crown is on the left side. So really the watch goes like this. Lug to lug, already went over that, sorry. Lug to lug is 56. And then the case diameter on this just happens to be 48 as well. Thickness is 14.5 versus 18.3 thick on this Citizen. That's right, 18.3 millimeter thick. I'm pretty confident this is the thickest watch in my collection. Lug width on the Szanto is 24. I guess you call this a lug width on this is 32, but it does taper down to 20. So it starts off at 32 and then tapers down to 20. This feels very comfortable on wrist despite its large size. This one here is 24 and stays 24 all the way down, but if you wanted to change out the strap, it shouldn't be a big deal to do that. The crown on this is, I would say, comically large. The crown on this is 8.3 millimeter, and the crown on the Citizen is a normal size crown at 6.4, but it looks comically small because the rest of the watch is very large. So there you go, just a comparison of the crown to crown there. mention of the overall width of this watch is 51 millimeter wide, and the Szanto overall is 53.4 millimeter wide. Now, another big difference between these two, which you can't see on camera, is the weight. The Szanto is 146 gram versus 177 with this Citizen. You can definitely feel this thing. It's a beast, and that's impressive because the strap is really light since it's silicone. So all the weight is up here in this case head. It's a little interesting how large this is, but then your actual display window is small. It's easy enough to read. If you were to tilt it down, you can see a little more easy or where you're at with the exact minute and a second. So I'll put both of these on wrist. Just figure since I had this one in and it was a large watch, I would compare my actual large watch to this one. Kind of funny, I forgot I had this watch. So let's get these on wrist, and then we'll close out the video with a lume shot. I'm not sure which one will be brighter. I would assume the Citizen, but the Szanto actually has pretty good lume. Oh, you know what? Let's look at a normal size watch first. This is my SKX 171. Essentially the same thing as SKX 009 or 007. Just different dial and bezel. Just so happens to have a metal bezel along with these other two watches. But real quick, a normal size watch in my left hand and the oversized watch in my right. And then we'll do the same thing with the Citizen. I have to figure out how to do the lume shot because this one's not going to sit down on the table very well. But anyway, we'll figure that out in a moment here. So let me know which of these watches you like the best. I'm curious. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. I would really appreciate it. Like the video, drop a comment below, hit the bell icon. I kind of laugh at this buckle, man. This buckle is just gigantic. But I guess that goes with the theme here of the watch. Come on, get it in there. Alright, so I have a 6.5 inch wrist with the 52 millimeter wristband. And this guy just overhangs with the 56 versus the 52. Let me zoom out here. You can wear this as your wild card watch to the bar or whatever. Let's get the Citizen on wrist here, and of course it goes this way. Crown's on the 9 o'clock position. I'm pretty sure this is my only watch with the crown on the 9 o'clock position. I have another Citizen dive watch that's a little more of a normal size. I don't remember what side that one's on. I'm almost down to the very last. I could probably snug it down a little bit more, but we'll just leave it like this for now. So I've not had a watch with the buckle like this either, where it has the two keepers, I guess you'll call it, and then the metal keeper here. And there are some little nibs on the strap here. Sorry, awkward angle for my wrist here. There's these little nibs here that kind of hold this keeper in place. So here, I guess we'll do the zoomed in shot first. This almost looks larger on my wrist. It could be a function of the small display crystal there. But you don't have the lugs hanging off over my wrist. This again is 48 millimeter versus my 52 millimeter wristband. But the thickness on this thing is really what kind of catches your eye with this. So let's zoom out for a little bit different perspective here. It's definitely a cool watch. Maybe I'll bring my SKX over here. Way up on my arm, so. But anyway. Alright, let me pause the video here and come right back with the Lume. Well, unfortunately I can't fit the SKX in here. I only have two hands, so we'll just look at the Citizen compared to the Szanto. Different color Lume here, obviously. Citizen is a bluish Lume versus the green Lume on the Szanto. Yeah, I guess I would give the Lume battle here to, I'd say the Citizen is a little brighter. It's hard to compare because of the color difference, but if you want to watch with good Lume, either of these would do the trick. The large indices and hands on the Szanto definitely help it out. I'll just hit it with the UV light again here so you can see them fully charged. Oh yeah, you can see the solar disk on the Citizen there in the center of the dial. So glowing nice and bright now. When they're first initially charged, the Szanto is a little bit brighter. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.